Hello everybody and welcome to another Maya tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you the Boolean difference tool. Word to the wise. Boolean differences, Booleans in general are very useful. However, they can have dire consequences if used incorrectly or if used too much. The biggest drawback is it's really hard to keep your object quads if you do use it. And there is usually a workaround. But when there's not, there's Boolean difference. Just be careful. It's really easy to slide into the lazy modeler and just depend on the Boolean difference tool too much. Anyway, I preface it with that. Now I'll show you the tool. I'm going to show you a very simple example first. So I'm just going to draw a cube here, just holding Shift. And I'm going to draw another cube, holding Shift, that's smaller. Okay, so I have these two objects, no subdivisions in them or anything. So, for instance, if I take this, select my object, and then shift select that object, and go to edit mesh, mesh, Booleans, difference. There you can see it took it out. However, since it didn't go all the way through, it left the interior faces. So if you wanted a window or whatnot, you could just go to face, shift select that, and then shift select that as well, hit delete. There you go, there's your window. Or a hole in your toaster, or whatever you're making. This, however, is bad. As you can see, this is one face. It is not quads any longer. And if you're doing a simple thing like that, you'd be better off taking this face, selecting the face, hitting extrude, scaling the face down, and then deleting it. And there you go, you have a window. These are all quads. It's beautiful. Didn't mess up your edge flow. All you are is missing a face. So if you're doing simple stuff like that, I would highly suggest thinking of an alternative way to do it. However, there are ways that the Boolean tool is much more useful. Say we're doing something far more complicated. And we need to take a pipe chunk out of our box for some reason. So it's rotating that down, holding J, pulling it down, pulling it through. So as you can see here, I have it intersecting all the way through the object, and this is where Boolean is more useful. Select the object, select that, and then here's, I put a control mesh out. This is a Boolean difference. Select, and there you go. So now we have this lovely interior circle. So you can do more complicated things like this. It would be really difficult to do this with extrusions. No, just impossible. But you could technically take a hole out and then extrude it and close it, and then take a cylinder and slide it in there. This is a lot easier though. However, this is really bad form, because as you can see, this face just has that taken out of it. We have no control whatsoever over this surface now. So what's a good rule of thumb when doing Boolean difference is to make sure that your density, the vertice density of your objects are similar. So if we come to polycube, our setting, our division settings, and just up the width and height something like 8. something like that. That's closer to this, although it should technically be more dense. So we'll go something like, we can leave that one 8, I guess. Do like 15 and 15. As you can see, closer. I could back it off a little bit, but that's the general idea. So then if you select this, then select that, Boolean difference, you have a lot more control here with your vertices. You could actually go through and match these up, and make these quads, eliminating the anti-quad policy that Booleans enforce. So that's a good rule of thumb here. So I could come in here and I could see these vertices are close. I could fix it and make it quads. But it's something to keep in mind. I'm showing you this tool, but just use discretion. Because I guarantee you, if you start modeling with this tool, you use a lot of Booleans, and you go back and you look at that project later when you have more experience, you'll be like, what the heck was I thinking? I know, because I've done it. So that's the Boolean difference tool. It can be very useful, but it's also unnecessary in a lot of instances. So just think about it like another way to avoid using the Boolean tool is if you need something more complicated than just a square taken out of the middle, you could add in an edge loop, which I believe I showed in a previous tutorial video. Up here, say we need a skylight or something, or we needed 2 slots on our toaster or whatever it is. We could do that. We could then select the faces, extrude, scale it down, extrude again. That we totally avoid using Booleans. We took it out, took the shape out of the object. Everything's still quads. Everything's still lovely. So usually can be avoided, but as a last resort, or it's a good tool to have in your bag. So just keep that in mind. I hope this was informative, and I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video.